but the video says a lot, and because it ends with our Maid of God signature. I think I don't have so much to praise ourselves for. A friend of mine last evening asked me about whether I personally deserve good things. And I told her that I don't deserve anything, because we have so much of a blessing that God has given us over the time. And for us today, as we celebrate 20 years of doing this work that we've done over the years, the only thing we can start with is thanking God. I commonly call her Mommy, Owekitiibwa Honorable Joyce Sebugwao. She's indeed a mother to us, a patron, a leader, and the best minister by far in this town. Yeah, the best that you'll find in this country. We are so honorable to always have your ears and your attention and your support. It goes a very long way when you support us. But in this room here, she might the only other co-medalist, like myself. So Director Norton, you should not be jealousing me in any way. You should zoom the camera to the medal. Your team should show people this medal, Director Norton, unless if we have any problems with you. Also, before I continue to address all of us, allow me make a good mention of our good friend, Commissioner of Communication in the Ministry of ICT and National Guidance, Mr. Moses Watasa. Please wave at everyone here. Yeah, he comes in this room with a lot of experience, and many times he's a teacher to us, helping us understand how we bridge a lot of technology understanding, especially with governance, and also with ensuring that we don't go against the law. Because that is mentioned, allow me in a special way welcome all our panelists, our speakers. Please clap for them. Our distinguished nominees running the Digital and Financial Inclusion Summit that features the Digital Impact Awards Africa for the 11th annual edition. Is it the 11th, 12th? Even forgetting, but it is more than a decade running this consecutively. Our first event of this kind was at the Sheraton. The second one was here. The 8th and the 9th were at Mistil. You remember what happened in COVID? So we came back to Serena, the home, and also for the fact that the same brand, Hipipo, has been able to run more than 24 awards events within the last 20 years, and that is 13 editions of the prestigious Hipipo Music Awards and the 11th edition of the Digital Impact Awards Africa. Of course, to thank all of you, the organizations, over the last 11 years of awarding and celebrating digital excellence and financial inclusion. We have awarded more than 400 organizations from across the continent and hosted more than 2,000 nominees over the years. Very incredible in mentioning, but also very important in the fact that we've been blessed to spearhead a journey that has transformed, if not billions, more than 600 million of lives. Lately, we are very privileged to partner with Commercial Business Council, and as one of the speakers talked about scaling, We are happy to see our efforts going in more than 20 countries around the African continent. And this is so happening not because we are so great as human beings, but because we've also been blessed to have the support of all of you here. And we thank you so much for supporting us. When I look into this room, there are people I would always want to say thank you to. Some organizations like National Water and Sewage Corporation, who have seen attending each of these events from day one. Yeah? There are people like Standard Chartered Bank, who have also seen attending each of these, yeah? Coming in to partner with us and support. I have seen MTN before they had the other arm of MTN Momo. And I've seen a number of others come in here to support us in different ways. Movid Products, Stanbic Bank, Centenary Bank has also been here for all the years. Where's Michael? Is Michael in here? Please stand up. You should be a celebrity today. Let someone see you. So we appreciate your support and the partnership. But importantly, we appreciate the fact that many of you are bought into the fact that it takes a village to raise a child. This is our child, all of us. The economy is for all of us to grow. If you think you're going to have that very cozy job and be paid well, I don't pray for anyone to have their back broken, but when you cannot work in that organization, they will find ways of sending you out, and you will see life differently after that. So it's better that now, more than ever, we ensure we do something to create an ecosystem that supports us beyond our workplace. Ladies and gentlemen, as we talk about celebrating 20 years, I am very, very privileged to lead a team of CEOs, founders, a team of very stubborn human beings, very creative, but I will say stubborn and repeat it again and say stubborn because I know them. They are very stubborn. Young or old, I'm probably one of the oldest in the team, apart from our board that is slightly older than us. These other gentlemen and ladies are very stubborn. But they wear every kind of character that I saw Vincent present here. Integrity at its best. They have a great work discipline. They are very dedicated to seeing us make a difference. But we are equally invested in what they do. So we are probably the only organization where we freely work with everyone and allow everyone to run something. After all, it is not our right to allow them to start anything. They have the democracy and the power invested in them by our governance that is led by the NRM government to ensure that everyone can start something and do it for themselves. So as we think 20 years, allow me, ladies and gentlemen, introduce the great team that we work with all this time. I don't know where Joseph is. Where is Nicholas? He was here. Please come in front a little bit. Joseph, Nicholas, Charlotte, Bridget, Doreen, Knowlton, George, and everyone, every member of the team. I know it's a big team and it's a winning team, so allow me, because the evening is going to be for celebrating, allow me do this for the first time in 20 years and introduce everyone. Steve, George is on the decks. Where is Cool Cat? Becky. Please, if I've not mentioned your name, please come. Don't. Yeah, I'm also human. Please come in front wherever you are. And I'm sure they look young. Eh? You all can testify to that. What's in for young, but they got to win this art. Okay. Where are the other gentlemen? Nick, where are you? Nick, Abadafuni and Tondo. Eh? I didn't mention his name. So, ladies and gentlemen, dear Honorable Minister, in my absentia, Nicholas, please step in front. Nicholas happens to also be my young brother, and he's probably one of the people I've known for part of the longest time living in this world. He doesn't want me to say his age, but at least I've known him for more than 30 years. Yeah, he told me that I should not tell people my right age. We shall reach some time when I don't need to do that. So, Nicholas is our Chief Operations. So, from the word Chief Operations, the line is crooked. People. The line is very crooked. So, Nicholas leads all the activities that run all this work, especially these events. So, these are all operations in any sense. So, please thank him for me. Joseph, please step in front. Joseph Kimboa, we recently fully stole him from somewhere. He used to work with another organization, but the bigger player took him. But we have worked with Joseph since 2008. And he's our Chief Content Officer. And as part of the things we do, we are mandated to make sure that content is a part of our daily structure. So everything we do, we want to disseminate awareness, we want to communicate. So Nicholas and Joseph are classmates for their university, so they are all communicators. And I always tell them they did a fake course, like they did mass communication, and I always tell them they should make sure, Mr. Watasa, who is a colleague, I always tell them, your course has a problem. It has a lot of unprofessionalism, but they're not some of the unprofessional ones. So please thank Joseph for me. Thank you, Joseph. So for the rest of the team members, I will not ask them to step in front, but I'll maybe talk about each of them for a second. Steve, please raise your hand. Don't come in front. Yeah. Steve is our creative director, and in so many ways, whatever you see here that is designed has the hand of Steve, Chimuli, and George somewhere, and another George. Yeah? Who is that there? Mazo? Yeah, Mazo is a member of and a partner of our communication team. Nick is our community manager. So everything you ever see on our social media, if he doesn't approve, it will not happen. One day he refused to post something I wanted to communicate. He refused to post. He told me it is not right to be posted on campaign pages. And I haven't forgotten, but it is okay. Yeah. Simple. Should I say what? We have problems with Simple. Yeah, we have some problems with him, so he knows. But we are helping ourselves, so we have some problems, and he's also a member of our community team. Charlotte, please step in front. For Charlotte, you should step in front in so many ways. Yeah. So Charlotte is our FinTech events manager. And for everything women, everything financial technology, digital and financial inclusion, it is Charlotte and under the leadership of our Chief Operations and the other team that get this work going. Thank you, Charlotte. Bridget, please step in front. So I always regard her as one who holds the highest level of integrity. She doesn't like lying about anything. She's a finance person, and she's our head of finance, and she's the one who understands the things to do with regulators like URA and compliance with data. So she's not been here for so long like the other people. It's been about 5 years of partnering, working, and we are happy to have you, Bridget. Thank you. Becky. Becky has been here since 2014, right? 15, 16, yeah. Becky is typically from the events team. Director Norton, please step in front. They are very stubborn, like I said, and I will also mention again, like whoever I mentioned is not an employee of Hipipo. They are team members, they're all partners, so they all have and run organizations. So Director Norton also happens to be my best man from a personal life, and I also happen to be his best man. He's a 9 times award winner for Best Video Director. Yeah? So everything you ever see happening that has a video from Hipipo, he probably has a hand to do in making sure it is done the best way. Thank you, Director Norton. Doreen, step in front. This is our moment. So Doreen works directly with my desk, not my office. We have desks, not offices, for CEO and the like. My friend here, Henry Rifama, knows very well that we have desks. But Doreen is a senior program officer in charge of the executive desk or the executive office. So all the time, for the things that I'm supposed to be doing, and I think I should be helped before we make decisions, she's always the first person. So all the programs we do, especially in mentorship of girls and founders, she's the one who is always around to make sure things happen. Thank you, Doreen. Cool Cat, Katongole Christ. Are you happy? Yeah. So Cool Cats is being mentored by all of us, especially myself, our Chief Operations, our Chief Content Officer, and Director Norton, to take over our evening program and event so that he leads us in making sure many things happen. He's the most active member of our community communications team, and we always have fights of him sleeping. I have to call him sometimes and tell him, I don't want to see you online. Sleep. Okay? Until when we do that, he doesn't get tired of doing things that create awareness for everyone. Please thank him for me. Mercy, I always call her Namikolo. Yeah, because she really likes parties. And she's an apprentice, like everyone else. She's also a CEO of her own making, and she's running a startup. She joined us through our Women in FinTech Hackathon program. And a few of the people we meet in the space, we retain them and work with them for a long time. So she's one of those people that we have retained. A few others get retained, and after 2 years, they move to other places. So ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for patiently getting to understand the team that is being here to help us make 20 years of greatness. And to the team, on behalf of our leadership, including our patrons, Honorable Joyce Sebugwao, Honorable David Kawooya, including our board that include Dr. Frederick Wamala, Mr. John Mark Sebunya, Mr. Miro, and all the other people that are members of our board, I wish to send our appreciation and thank you all. Let us all count to the next 20 years. I'm sure we're going to do this. By 20 years, none of them will be 60 still. So we can do it. Not so? Thank you so much. So because it is our beautiful day, so because I have used all the time that I was given to speak about something, and because everything I would want to talk about today has been said in a word or two by one or two of the panelists and our speakers, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to request all of you to stand up